Quick, graph y equals the opposite of the square root of the quantity, 36 minus the quantity of x plus 2 squared, by hand 2 different ways. This is part of the family of functions series. You will need graph paper, or you can download this PDF and print it. Press pause as needed anytime during this video. First, we need to decide what the parent function is and its shape. This parent function is the square root of the quantity 36 minus x squared equals y. And it is a semicircle with a radius of 6. Identify the parameters. These are values in the expression that affect the graph. And there are 3 parameters in this equation. How do they affect the graph? Well, 36 is actually the radius squared, so the radius is going to be 6. The plus 2 inside the parentheses, inside the square root, shifts all points left 2, which also includes the center. So the center now is going to be at -2, 0, and we'll plot that. That's what we'll plot all points relative to that center. The opposite sign takes the opposite of each y value, and now we're going to use the radius to plot points. Radius 6, I'll go right 6 and plot a point. Go left 6 and plot a point from that center. But the last so-called radius point normally goes up in the y direction, but instead the radius going up 6 is down 6 because of the opposite in front of the radical sign. So we'll go down 6. Connect the points into a semicircle and compare it to the parent function. Second way is using a table. Here are 3 values that would outline this semicircle. The plus 2 inside the parentheses shifts all points left 2, which means we have to subtract 2 from each x value to bring it to the left. So 6 minus 2 would be 4. 0 minus 2, -2, and -6 minus 2, -8. The opposite sign takes the opposite of y values. So the opposite of 0 is 0, and we'll plot 4, 0. Opposite of 6 is -6, -2, -6. Again, the opposite of 0 is 0, in this case -8, 0. Those are enough points to connect into a semicircle, and we compare it to the parent function. Now you try one. Graph y equals -2 times the square root of the quantity, 9 minus the quantity of x minus 4 squared. Use either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check. And so here's the answer. In green here is a graph, and I also have the table of values.